All right, so we're going to start another new segment, and of course I'm horrible at coming up with segment names. Remember A Tale of Two CDs? So this one's called Wanna See It, and we're going to, every week, we're going to talk about movies that are coming out this upcoming weekend, and if we're going to see them or not, obviously. So we have two big releases. We're going to go for just big releases, not limited releases. So we have two movies, Yes Man and 7 Pounds. So which ones are you going to see?
Well, Yes Man is the starring Jim Carrey.
Yes.
About a man who only says no, but then starts to say yes and how it changes his life.
Very liar-ish.
Yeah. And a couple things this movie has going for it. It looks like Jim Carrey is getting back to his bread and butter.
Yeah.
What we know him and love him for. He's not trying to do any...
screwball comedy.
Yeah. No number 23 or anything ridiculous. So it looks funny on that standpoint. You know, I was kind of on the fence. He was on Ellen yesterday, and he sort of convinced me. So I'll just have to see how the weekend plays out, frankly, what my schedule for the weekend is. But if I can work it in, I might go see it.
I think I am going to see it. I need a laugh. I need a good time. You know, it's, you know, with the holidays and, you know, working, and we're all, you know, every movie that's been out is very, you know, down.
It's on the list for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I want a good laugh. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen a really good comedy, so... and Bradley Cooper's in it, who I like from Alias, so I think I'm happy for him to have such success. On the other side, 7 Pounds, which I've been hearing, especially like the last 2 days, really, really, really bad things. Like, people are just up in arms, like getting their torches and pitchforks ready.
I can't believe that. I don't know where all that hatred is coming from, because it's Will Smith, it's Rosario Dawson. It's the same director who did The Pursuit of Happiness. Now, yes, they are trying to keep the story under wraps, so there is a certain amount of you don't know what you're really getting when you go into the theater. But let's be honest, even as horrible as Wild Wild West may have been,
I liked it.
Will Smith has never made just a completely awful, awful movie. So, I mean, I can't see the movie being as bad as they think it is, but I have to say I'm probably not going to go see it just because it doesn't look like it's my cup of tea as much as I love Will Smith. It's something I might get on DVD or watch on cable.
Yeah. One person I read this morning called it like a manipulative movie, and so I'm just kind of leery.
Yeah.
When I hear things like that, I just kind of like, okay, let me like see how the box office plays out. Let me see what the reaction is of the public that sees it.
It's like you say, if you have the choice, it's a good time to go for the comedy. Yeah. There's still a couple Christmas movies out there, and that's what people sort of like this time of year.
I'm not saying 4 Christmases, I'll tell you that.
And, you know, and it is right the weekend before Christmas, so people do have other things to do. But, yeah, I would say out of the two, Yes Man is probably my choice.
Okay, well, there you go. So see Yes Man. Next week you can yell at us if we're completely wrong.
Right.
So on to news, other news. We've been talking about news, but here's our news segment.
Yeah, this is the big news of the week.
We'll let you start.
First of all, I know it's not your show,
at all,
but it is the biggest show on television, so, and I love it. American Idol. It's going into its 8th season, and the ratings are still ridiculously high for a show that's been around for 8 years, but they are going to make a few changes, which I think it's time for, because the format's getting a little, you know, it's getting a little stale. I mean, when they had the original in Britain, they switched that all up only after 3 years. So, but what they're going to do is there's going to be less of the awful, awful auditions in the beginning.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who likes it when they get to the real singers. I could skip the awful people. Yeah. But they're going to have less of that. There's going to be more Hollywood Week, which is my favorite part of the show. They're switching it up from having 24 semifinalists to 36 semifinalists. They're going to bring back the wild card round, where people who've been eliminated have a chance to come back and sing again, to like sing their way back into the competition. And since they're going to have 4 judges, because they announced a while ago that they're going to add they added a 4th judge. She's her name is Cara DiGuardio. She's a songwriter, producer. I guess she's done a lot of stuff with them. So since they're going to have 4 judges, and there's the chance for there to be ties, Simon is going to be the tiebreaker.
I like that. I think that's a good...
You know, say whatever you want about Simon. He's never wrong. He just tells the truth.
If you look at all of them, I think, you know, I don't know all of them that well, but from what I know of him, he knows what he's talking about.
He knows his stuff. And I watch a lot of the stuff he also does in England, and he really knows his stuff. Also, I think we might be seeing the end of Paula because she's had a lot of problems and there's been some controversies and she's been arguing in the news with the producers. So we can only hope that she jumps on her crazy train and heads out of town.
Well, I feel bad for her, but, not that bad. So what, from news which I think is ridiculous to news that everyone should think is ridiculous.
I'm excited about this.
There's talk, it's preliminary at best, that Tom Cruise is saying that him and Ben Stiller are working on a spinoff of Tropic Thunder with his character from Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I liked Tom Cruise in small amounts in that movie. I laughed. I kind of smirked.
Mm-hmm.
His little dancing thing. I'm like, oh, this is funny. A whole movie. I'd rather see something original with Tom Cruise in it.
Yeah.
The Hardy Men movie. I'm still pulling for the Hardy Men movie.
Well, Tom Cruise has been making the rounds this week because Valkyrie's coming out, so he's been on all the shows. And I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. Almost a Tom Cruise stalker.
Watch out for those.
So this would just be great for me. I mean, he's nominated for a Golden Globe for that part, and he was hilarious. So
we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I wouldn't hold our breath on that one. I don't
Probably the most ridiculous story.
Speaking of not holding your breath,
of the week, yeah.
I can't believe this. I saw it last night on the Drudge Report,
Mm-hmm.
and wow, the Sun, the tabloid. We're not talking about size of the paper here. We're talking about tabloid is in trash.
It's a rag. It's just a rag.
Is reporting that Warner Brothers execs are saying that Eddie Murphy is going to be the new Riddler.
No.
And Shia LaBeouf is going to be Robin, and Rachel Weisz is going to be Catwoman. It's all done. They said the studio is extremely happy. Christopher Nolan is ecstatic about it. This is the biggest pile of crap I've ever heard in my life.
I'm just going to say shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans on that. No.
And then there's people saying, like, that's I can't believe they're doing that, or, it could be fun. It's like, you guys are all morons for believing this. So I'm sort of taking our D-Bag of the Week award, and I'm going to spread it out. Spread the D-Bag well.
Yeah, give it up.
The reporter who reported this either completely made it up or completely got lied to and just believed. Like, I could call the guy and say, like, hey,
right.
Stephanie Holland's playing the Mad Hatter in the Batman movie.
Right,
He's
right.
like, ooh.
Oh, yeah, so...
and then the people that believe this story, so our D-Bag of the Week award is being spread amongst many people for believing this crap.
And the Sun is the sort of paper where the Inquirer looks at them and says, really?
Yeah.
Like, so...
Like the insider goes, even I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you can't trust anything they say. So, I mean, obviously this story's a pile of crap, but it would be awful if Shia LaBeouf was playing Robin in the next one. Because, I need to have a few of my movies that he's not in.
Well, I've heard plenty of reviews where Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale both said Robin will not be involved in the movies as long as they are making the movies.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. They don't even need him. So,
no,
but yeah,
it makes no sense. So.
I think that's a good D-Bag of the week because that's a ridiculous story.
Yeah, we'll vlog more about it. So check out our blog. We'll continue in D-Bag coverage of this week.
Yeah.
So there you go.